Howdy folks, Zethios here, and welcome back to Greedfall.
On it.
So frequent attempts to harvest the Azurolith crystals have made the Stone Sagas more hostile than any humans who enter the Stone Sea. Alright, last we left off, we fought these beastmen and got a new party member, which is apparently our full complement. So we already have our full complement of party members. Found throughout the Stone Sea and are highly revealed by the Stone Stalkers. Dang it. I hate that the map is that way. Really do. So do we know this whole map? This was like an ambush area, so this is like a scripted event that would happen as you get there. So we haven't been to the Burning Library yet. Really wanted to go. Hello. That looks cool. Alright, so this is where we are. Looks like it's very ashy. Should have brought our lotion before we got here. Oh boy, there's some people who were brought up in that. Alright, so I'm curious to see how beefy Kills in Shadow is. Okay.
Sorry, I can't.
Alright, so nothing so far. Corpses of sages are skewered on these spikes. Their skin has been blackened by the heat of the magma belching from nearby fissures. Right.
Spotted something with sharp eyes.
Cool. What do we got? We got lore. Do we already know this one? Reaching grasp. It's an accent, so probably not. Let's have a look. Learn. We do. Scroll. Sigil of Reaching Grasp 2. So we have Reaching Grasp 1, now Reaching Grasp 2. So we got increased range of spells. We definitely need to look at spells again. Alright. So we've had this thing with a Fate Binder where he's trying to like tell us he's trying to ask us, you know, what happened. He's curious about the events of the Spire. And we were like, nah. Zethios, you insufferable upstart, how dare you take my sermons of cynicism to heart? I expect you stupid youngsters to ignore me, not to actually listen to my wisdom. You're threatening the whole social order of things. Perhaps it's best you say little to me on these matters. Better you speak with the Honorable Fate Binder Myothis. Though I suppose Binder Emeritus is a more apt title, as she's free of official duties and idles her days in an estate up north. Far from the war, far from watchful eyes, I am one of the few to whom she will speak with my blessing, and if you curtail your attitude, she might share with you what she knows with you. On the reverse of this parchment, you'll find instructions to contact Myothis. I encourage you to open up about the edict and your experience with the Spire. There's much you need to learn. Okay. So, can I... It says on the back of things. Do I need to see anything, or... Okay, here we go. Quill in hand, you loom over a blank sheet of parchment. You have the Binder Myothis contact information in hand to contemplate your opening words. So I can introduce ourselves and send payment. Make a brash introduction or a polite introduction. I'll be polite. I write to you at the urging of my peer and tutor, Fate Binder Regalis. He has found himself bereft of answers, a rare condition for him, and suggests you may be the only source of answers I seek. I will pardon. If you'll pardon the imposition, it would mean a great deal to learn what you know of Kairos' edicts and the magic of... Wow, that was weird. The magic. I don't know why I said it that way. Magic of the spires. The mountain spire and the tides and the tears has awoken to my presence, an event that occurred moments after I resolved an edict of Kairos, so it's critical that I learn just what has happened to me and what it all means. I thank you in advance for your consideration and wisdom. I think that'll work. So we'll send it. While we're here at the Burning Library. Hello. Oh, is that the censor people? Fatebinder, your bloodletting is legendary. The censor would be honored to receive you. Alright, well, we'll see.
Sorry, I can't.
See you in a second. Get stuff to loot. Bronze throwing dagger. Dash. Potions. Dash. Camping supplies. We still haven't used the camp. I'm assuming we're like still pretty, like we're pretty really early in the game. There's the sensor. I look this way. Yeah, there we go. The passageway has been blocked by a magical field. It isn't clear how one might remove it. God, I like it. Yeah, that's beautiful. What is that? Looks like a statue. And a way out. Looks. It's beautiful and creepy at the same time. Alright, so there's something over here that we missed. Got Boltok. Alright, more junk seems like. And potion. Alright, Boltok. What do we got? Oh, you're a guy. Alright. So, okay, we just only by quality level, huh? Noggin Protector. What a great name for a helmet. The Noggin Protector. Alright, Beastblood Pollen. What does that do? Removes harmful afflictions. The rooms that removes a random hostile effect. That could be useful. I think there's only one of them. Go at poison, camping supplies. Yeah, like the only things that I usually go for in these is the scrolls to learn stuff. But I'll have to sell some things. I need to sell some things because we're low on cash, and we got a bunch of stuff in our stash. But I don't want to get rid of anything because I don't know. Like we have stuff, but I like stuff that matches, you know? I like stuff that are a part of sets. And I don't think we have that so far. Like we have pieces of things, but we don't have sets of things. Could we get up there? Seems like maybe we can. Let's talk to the censor first. Ah, if it isn't the Fatebinder of Tunon, what an unexpected surprise. I am the censor and welcome you to my camp. It's good to see a familiar face. The woman's voice carries a genial tone. It doesn't quite carry all the way through her words. Sadly, I must say I can't entertain you properly at the moment. You've come at a very busy time for me. We're making a bold push to explore the library's depths. However, before we finish our pleasantries, you could satisfy my curiosity. Why are you here? With her question, her voice goes flat and takes on an accusatory tone. So yeah, we can just tell her that your boss sent us here. Ah, you must mean the Silent Archive. I had hoped to have retrieved it already to avoid just such a problem. Unfortunately, we haven't finished our search yet. If your goal is to find it, you should know that it's not as easy as just walking in there and taking it. It seems that the tricky sages were afraid someone might want to take their precious archive and hid it behind a barrier. Arcane, impenetrable. Really a shame how many men we lost to rebounding spells. She waves a hand dismissively. So my men are looking for the passcode to get beyond it. We don't know how many parts there are. Just that they're somewhere inside the library. Not even these scholars have been able to find the pieces for us. Not yet, anyway. She motions to a nearby sage who stands with his head bowed in shame. So I gave everyone some incentive and made a game out of it. Siren snorts derisively. Typical chorus, not a shred of subtlety. You always come in and run roughshod all over the things. Pain and torture being used as a game? Atrocious. It's interesting that people don't understand how to properly motivate their underlings. If you don't keep them busy, they have time to plan, and that is never good. You're welcome to enter the library, provided you agree to play by the rules of the competition. She titters with excitement. If you want to find the Silent Archive, you must take part in my game too. Oh gosh, we're gonna fight the entire camp? I don't think that's a good idea, Zethios. I have no need for you or your little game. So what is it? What is the Silent Archive? The Archive is the sage's most guarded treasure, held in a grand chamber thought to contain more knowledge than all the tiers combined. While she is speaking to you, one of the horde approaches her with a parchment held out before him. She takes it from him, her head never turning to look away from you. There's a brief flare of bluish light from her hand, and she heads the parchment back to the horde. Stop bringing me words I've already taken, or I'll have your head. She speaks slowly, still looking at you, but with every word, the horde pulls back, as if he is about to be struck. Put them in a separate pile so you know I've had them, or ask someone to read them to you. If I have to take in the same inane missive one more time, you will regret it. The horde backs away, murmuring apologies profusely as he does. She addresses you again. I'm sorry. You had to witness that. Now, where was I? Oh yes, the Silent Archive. Our scouts have reason to believe it survived. Some magic keeps the library from being swallowed by fire, so perhaps it too protects the Silent Archive. We've come to destroy the archive in Kairos' name. Destroy it. What happened with that missive? What was that flash of light? I don't see how that's pertinent, but if you must know, you're not the only one with unique talents in the tiers, Fatebinder. Not everyone needs to use their eyes to read. Sending me to a library seemed obvious, she giggles. What a perfect way to collect knowledge. Yurad has taken a particular interest in me and my talents, and is working with me to refine them. So we're going to destroy the Silent Archive? An artifact with more knowledge than all the tiers combined? Of course, Fatebinder. It is forbidden knowledge after all, and it's not like Narat doesn't have a plan. She stops herself and stands straight. Never fear, we will deal with the Silent Archive appropriately. That's not what our task is. If I remember correctly, he wanted us to get the knowledge from the Silent Archive. Alright, you have sages working with you. How'd you manage that? The chorus can be most persuasive at times, and you know how we like to employ unconventional incentives. Her thin lip smile broadens. Alright. Why don't you tell me about this game of yours? Several Scarlet Chorus teams were dispatched down to the ruins of the library, each with some sages to serve as guides. The team who completes the passcode, gets through the barrier, and gains access to the Silent Archive will face glory and reward. The others draws a finger across her throat. They die. Alright, only one is allowed to succeed. If you wish to join the merry hunt, you will be yet another team racing against the others, though it won't be you getting any sages, of course. Yeah, I need time to consider before I join the competition. Take all the time you need. The Silent Archive won't wait forever. You're free to occupy yourself in camp. The ruins are off limits until you agree to the terms of the competition. So we could play her game or just kill her. I'm trying to figure out if I can get up here. Looks like I can. But I need to look at this stuff over here. Looks like there's more than one lava statue. I wonder if that's like a foreshadowing. Alright, here's a camp. Alright, here's some guys. What do we got going on over here? Some dead bodies. Hey guys, you want to see a dead body? Disfavored. Alright, well we can sell that stuff. Yeah, that's all they had? You already picked these guys clean, huh? Yep, alright. This shelf is well separated from the surrounding area and looks quite perilous to scale. Strange, rocky protrusions can be seen along the top, likely magical in nature. Alright, let's talk to these two. They come to torture me too. Foul murmur. A twisted man leans over two forms on the ground, one a robed figure covered in bruises, the other a soldier, horribly burned, lying motionless to the side. He smiles crookedly, the gaps in his teeth exposing swollen, blood-red gums. Ugh. Greetings, Fatebinder. The censor said I might be getting an assistant to help me. He glances at the bodies. I know how this must look, but it's all in compliance with Tunan's law. If you don't mind, I'm eager to resume my work. So I can help you with Fatebinder. Well, who are you? I am the censor's primary attendant, and I oversee our efforts to access and ultimately destroy the Silent Archive. But I'm not managing people, I'm digging answers out of them like worms from the dirt. Yikes. What happened with the dead Earthshaker? Oh, him? He motions to the burnt figure at his feet. his tone one of amusement. This pebble-slinging mage thought he could slip past us. He nudges the corpse with his boot, and for what? To commune with rocks? I grant you that Kairos' edict shaped the local landscape in strange ways, but that was no excuse to try and sneak past our camp. Alright, what will become of this sage? Let's put it this way. The Burning Library isn't the most traditional site for a chorus encampment, but the best training available to us is live targets, and so be it. While he lives, the captain might surrender some useful information about their sages in the region we have yet to subdue. Alright, so we can do nothing with him. Alright. Looks like our decision is made for us. We either gotta fight everybody, which is a bad idea, or play the game. I think we can play the game. We're fine. Scarlet Chorus groups that she has in there are dumb. Alright, we agreed to the rules. Fatebinder, why are you even considering playing this insane game? You only further the cause of the Scarlet Chorus. Why? This is what makes strong fighters. Can you not see that the adversity helps you grow? Everything is playing out exactly as it is supposed to. Excellent. Normally, I would ask you to prove your honesty and loyalty to the chorus, but your actions elsewhere have already shown that. You are free to enter. But I would still ask a favor for you. My assistant, Foul Murmur, has something he needs done. If you would be so kind, he is somewhere nearby. I believe he is recently occupied talking to one of the prisoners. Oh, and I would watch yourself inside, Fatebinder. While I personally wouldn't have given the sages any warning, they still were unable to prepare completely for the destruction. She titters happily. There are a few areas that were completely covered in lava before they stopped the building's collapse. It's a shame we had to lose all those precious treasures, but every war has its casualties, doesn't it? She laughs again and waves you away. Alright, well, that's my fault. I gotta go back here and speak with Foul Murmur. So, I'm assuming we're gonna take this guy. Speed up a bit. Use fast mode, because we're backtracking. I think we're gonna take Folant and use him as our guide, maybe. Fatebinder returns. He gives you a mock bow. Holds out a red-stained hand, then thinks better of it and retracts the offer. What can I help you with, Fatebinder? So the censor says you have tasks. That I do. Though we've captured and subdued most of the surviving sages, those that escaped the library are rallying behind their de facto leader, Renata. The censor wants her killed to make sure that any remaining sages don't get ideas about taking this region back. The trick is finding her. As luck may have it, one of our patrols picked up this one. He gives a swift kick to the robed figure beneath him. One of Renata's own. Perhaps you should speak with him. He's been a rather poor conversationalist so far. He stares at you for a moment. Be careful, though, Fatebinder. He doesn't have much left in him. If you're going to try and get some information from him, be sure to ask the right questions. As for me, I could use a break. Interrogation is thirsty work. Too many one-sided conversations. You can find me in camp if you need anything. No crap. Alright, Folant. Doing these... reading all this text is definitely thirsty work. Sage has clearly suffered at the hands of his captors. Burn marks cover his legs and his shoulders slump unnaturally. Oof. Do what you will, Fatebinder. It matters not if I die, so long as my school's work lives on. I'm not your enemy. Your actions speak louder than your words, Fatebinder. Empty promises mean nothing. Bolton slowly moves his head to beat your gaze, but says nothing. He seems to be waiting for you. What do the sages want with the burning library? Sage narrows his eyes at you. His mouth presses into a hard line, and he shakes his head. The bloodhound next to you laughs. That's not how to get information. You need to use your fists. How can I find Renata? Sage narrows his eyes at you. His mouth presses into a hard line, and shakes his head. Alright, do we really have to punch this guy? I want it to be like more, you know, I want to have other means of, you know, like giving some incentive, like be our guide and things like that. I just want to hit him. The only options that it's going to give us. So we could tell him to strike him, which I don't want to do because I know that he won't hold back and he'll enjoy it. I feel like if we do it, then we can like hold back and kind of just be like, hey dude, maybe it's this. I mean, if these are the only options we have, then we just have to do it. If we're gonna do it, we do it ourselves. We'll get our own hands dirty. We're not gonna you would use fists when words could work much better. Let me try to convince him. He may simply be a sage, but he's still a mage. He deserves more than this. Agreed. Agreed, Siren. So fine but if you can't get it, we'll use violence. We will use violence. No, you say it that way. Alright, yeah, we definitely should have been using Siren in the first place. Siren kneels before Folant, humming a bright tune. She caresses his cheek, wiping the dirt and sweat from his face. He looks at her, transfixed. She leans forward and whispers something in his ear. Renata, she's in effigy. His voice low and emotionless. The sages are hiding there, trying to regroup. Siren turns to you and smiles. A distraught, impressionable mind is so easy to manipulate, almost beneath me. You see? Alright, so... Be gone now? Kill Renata. Renata seems... I don't know why. I have a dumb song in my head whenever I hear Renata. And I can't even remember the name of the song. So we don't have to talk to Foul Murmur. Excuse me. I had a sneeze there, but I caught it. Caught it in time. Alright. So, stuffing him out. So we gotta find Renata. We've been allowed access to the library. We still need to find a way inside. So there's no way... Is there a way in here? There's that way. Green library entrance. That doesn't tell me anything. Alright, let's head in. Still need to find a way inside. There's literally a front entrance. Quest book. Alright, we'll turn off fast mode. And... Sneak? Nope. Damn it, what's sneak? Oh.
Moving cautiously.
It is Alt. I always forget. Ooh, that's a cool looking wall. That looks like a puzzle. Alright, I don't like the way Kills with Shadow sneaks. The passageway has been blocked by a magical field. It isn't clear how one might remove it. Oh, hello, Landry. Just in time. This is what happens when masters of warding magics compare notes for centuries. Regular doors and boring locks fall out of fashion. I was hoping the Edict of Fire had done us a favor and burned away all these barriers, but we're not so lucky. There's a sequence to lower the barriers, but as custom and paranoia dictate, the sages use different sequences every day. I'm guessing whomever set this one is long gone, likely dead. We'll need to look for something that might help. What a smart idea. I'll have to see if I can get something like that for my room. Yeah.
No one will know I was there.
Alright, let's have a look around. Look at this place. What a dump. It looks great. Alright, Kairos' edict has transformed this floor into a molten lake of fire. Had the sages more time to prepare? Damn it, Lantry, I wasn't finished reading. Lantry stops suddenly and looks around, his eyes wide. I almost didn't recognize it. He points southeast down the hall. This is where we made parchment. There used to be dozens of hides stretched out on enormous drying racks. Filthy piles of goat hair, vats of rendered fat. Quite a busy workshop we had going. And it also happened to smell like diseased pigs defecating on burning goats. That I don't miss. Yikes. Alright. Hang on, Lantry. Had the sages more time to prepare, larger swaths of the library would still have been saved. Right. Now you can say something, Lantry.
Beast
you know?
woman is fast, fast, silent. Best hunter.
Yes. Yes, you are. There's nothing in that barrel. Look at this. This appears to be some kind of ramp underneath the lava. There's no way to use it without immediately bursting into flame. Ooh. You can, like, maybe traverse around in lava. Who knows? Alright, there's a guy here. It's a sage. As you approach the bodies at the end of the hall, the sage makes a low squeal of fear and falls over, feigning death. Wow, I'm convinced both of these bodies are totally dead. Yeah. The sage sighs and looks up at you. I wasn't sure that would work. Well, I was absolutely sure it wouldn't, but how was I supposed to know you weren't another one of those gangs? They're everywhere. They've been hiding in the area ever since the edict tore this place apart. You can never be too careful. He stops staring intently at you. So Bled and Mark is around and knows that encounter happened. Oh gosh, I'm going to sneeze again. You're a fate binder, he coughs, blood flecking his lips. He wipes them clear with the back of his hand. I can't believe there's a fate binder in the Vellum Citadel. You're the one that declared the edict here. You know, it's because you warned us about what was to come that we were able to cast a spell to preserve the Citadel before the edict could destroy it. I don't know if anyone got to thank you for that. Kind of backfired on us, though. Didn't stop the edict, just froze everything in place as it was being destroyed. Preservation is preservation, I suppose. He shrugs, winces, and coughs up more blood. Not that it's doing us any good with all the Scarlet Chorus in here. Did you see how many of those thugs ran in? When I saw them enter, I knew I couldn't stay in hiding any longer. I had to come in and prevent anyone else from getting in, so I had activated the barrier by the door. That'll explain why you're dying. I came over here to destroy the piece of the passcode so no one could get through. He points at the shelf behind him, but this one must have followed me. He attacked me and told me he'd kill me if I didn't tell him how to get through. He laughs and winces again. You can see how well that went for him. The sneeze went away. But it's going to come back. I know it is. Please, Fatebinder, you have to protect the Citadel from the Scarlet Chorus. Don't let them destroy it. That piece of the passcode will get you through the first barrier. Find the rest and keep them from those monsters. They can't be allowed to unlock our secrets. So we can try and help them. I mean, we have no quarrel with the sages, really. Apart from they, like, disobeyed Kairos, but we're kind of caring less and less about that, it seems. And, you know, don't like the disfavored, don't like the Scarlet Chorus. We have a healthy fear of Tunon and other Fatebinders and Bled and Mark. But this guy, you know, has been pretty open and he kind of likes us. And so let's just try, we can help him out. Let's try and help him out. That's okay. I know I'm not long for this world. Don't worry about a single sage when there's so much more to save. Just keep the Citadel safe, please. Yeah, they don't care about their own lives. They just want to keep this place preserved. He lets out a quiet moan and falls dead at your feet. Alright, got anything for me?
What's
Sorry,
on
I
that
can't.
shelf must be powerful. Let's check it out.
Alright, these scrolls here are blank. It looks like they were stored here along with implements and ingredients to make ink. Alright, what do we got? We got an ink stirring pole. I don't know what the point of that is, but we'll take this. Glowing book. This book contains a number of distinctive symbols and phrases that are repeated multiple times. They are likely significant. No, here comes the sneeze. Nope, it's gone. As soon as I start talking again, the sneeze goes away. Oh, it's going to be happening throughout this whole video. Take the book and translate the phrases. And copy the phrases to keep a record. Incomplete passcode. How fortuitous, Lantry exclaims, looking over your shoulder at the scrap of paper you pull from the shelf. That truly is a part of the passcode needed to bypass the barrier protecting the silent archive. That was a long sentence, Lantry. I haven't been this excited since I learned my first sigils. Truth is, in all my decades at the Vellum Citadel, I never once set foot anywhere near the archive. He starts thumbing through the shelf, opening books, flipping through the pages, and shaking them by the spines, hallucinating loose scraps of parchment that might be hidden within. Okay, so maybe I did have it a little bit wrong. Where there's still books around.
See? Every once in a great while, things are easier than I expect. Though I doubt any other barriers are going to be this easy to bypass. Keep that phrase. This is a good sign. If they had not secured the silent archive, they wouldn't have bothered to leave passcodes for any returning sages.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, from what I remember reading, was that like the edict... Well, the censor made it through. Or not the censor, but these guys made it through. Got Fat Alston. Alright, so, and how exactly do you think you're going to get away? An exasperated voice asks. The censor is right outside the door, and there's no other way out of this fucking oven. Now get your worthless asses moving before I tell the censor myself. And if I get the shackles too, it will be worth it just to see every one of you twist in this bit. Oh, let's go this way. I'm gonna read some
See that?
Yep. Trap. Who's gonna disarm it? Great disarmament of a trap. Beautiful. Alright. Waves of heat hit you as you lean over and look upon a lake of lava far below. Got some stuff to look at. This is the way out. So maybe that leads to that other way. So we will have to look into what we do with these guys next time. So, until next time, this has been Zethios signing out for now. Bye, folks.